What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hannah. Anyway, hello, welcome. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is your old teacher, Miss Hannah. I'm assuming like only my former students are gonna want to watch this, and that's totally cool. In today's video, I am going to be needle felting a little dude. Stick around till the end to see what it looks like. Or don't, that's fine too. So when you're needle felting, you have this little brush so that you can put your little guy and you can stab it. We're gonna be stabbing. We're just gonna be stabbing in this video. You can stab it and it won't just hit the table. You can also use a piece of styrofoam, but I prefer the brush. I have this felting needle. It has little barbs on it, and then they come in singles like this, and they fit into this pen, and then you just stab, 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 make it look fab. One of the other materials used, the main material used, is this wool roving. It's fibrous. Normally this stuff, you would spin this into yarn, but for our purposes, we just kind of want it loose like this. It has all this gunk in it. And then we have little dyed wool packets that you'll see how we use this in the video. Oh, big boy Potatoe. He's broken into boxes that have my needle felted stuff in it and totally just destroyed it. Love that guy. So this clump of white stuff is wool roving. It comes in a big clump that it's sort of in strings, big wide bands that you can pull apart. I'm just kind of folding it up roughly into a ball shape as evenly as possible, and then I'm taking my needle felting needle and I'm stabbing it. Stab, 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 stab. Yep, over and over and over. It takes a lot of stabbing. Because the needles have little barbs that catch the fibers and compact them. So as you stab, it'll get smaller and it'll change the shape of the object. So I'm just adding more. I just want a circle, just a simple shape. And then I thought, well, these needles are really thin. So this is how the pen works. It looks more like a pen than anything else. So I took the needles that were already in it out, and I have this big case I bought from Amazon a million years ago. So I was trying to find a larger needle that I thought might get the job done more quickly. So I grabbed them and I looked, and they are literally exactly the same. So I just kept the ones that I had in my pen and I kept going. Stab, stab, stab. Make it look fab. More roving, you can see it has little flecks of plant material in it. I kind of knew that would be in there. I remember when I bought this from Amazon, one of the reviews was it has little sticks and stuff in it, don't buy it. And I was like, well, who even cares? And I literally just felt them into the object, the creature. It is a lot of stabbing, but it kind of gets meditative, and you don't really, you have to pay attention so you don't stab yourself, but other than that, it's not hard. And then it's kind of squishy. I didn't want to stab it so much that it was rock hard. I don't know. Maybe I should have, because later the shape gets deformed. Adding more roving. Stab, stab, stab. Yeah, that's my little ball there at the end. That's about the shape that it took. And then I wanted it to have legs. So I'm trying to shape the wool and stab it. Yep, it's literally that simple. And the roving is an interior. It's the interior fiber, and you can see there's little packets of colored wool all around my workspace, and that I will apply later on top so that you don't have to use up all of your beautiful colored wool to create your object, which if it was, you know, going to be large would end up being a lot, and it's expensive and it's wasteful. So just use the white stuff, made a leg, like the shape of it, making another leg. Comparing them, okay, they look pretty even, and then I'm just kind of fanning out the top so that I can blend it in with the body and just stab, stab, stab. The legs were the hardest to get the shape kind of how I wanted, even and not like bulgy apparatus. So I'm squishing it, I'm checking it out. Okay, I like it. Of course I like it. I add the other leg. And at this point I was thinking I was just gonna do 2 legs and maybe like some arms, but I pretty quickly decided that I wanted the creature to be able to stand up. Stab, stab, stab in his butt. And here's where it kind of got deformed. See how flat the top is from the stabbing? So I just got some more roving, put it on the top, and stabbed it. I made another leg. He ends up having 4 legs, so he can stand up, he can run around, he can do things. I was trying to go slow to make sure that I got them all arranged evenly. I've made little creatures like this before, and it's easy to get stuff just in the wrong place, and that's kind of hard to take off. It's not impossible, but it's hard and it's just annoying to do. And then anytime I leave this stuff unattended, my cat, Sweet Pea, like, he goes crazy. He has destroyed so many of my needle felted creations. And I keep this stuff in a plastic bin, and he literally like clawed it so hard he opened it and got into it, and there was like wool all over in the morning, but whatever. So now I'm adding the colored wool on top, so this will really give it some life. Stab, stab, stab. It's so much stabbing, so just pretend you're stabbing someone that you don't like. That's what I was doing the whole time. Just kidding. I probably can't just say stab, stab, stab in this. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I know YouTube has rules.
What other word would you use?
Poke. So the legs were the hardest to get the color on, and I really don't know if maybe I should have put the color on and then attached them to the body. I didn't do that. It might be easier. I'll have to try. I want to make some more of these, so I'll have to try. And stabbing down in the foot area like that was the hardest because, as you will see, oh gosh, yep, I stabbed myself. I didn't break the skin though. Boom. So yeah, that might be, I'm not like a professional needle felter. I don't know all the little tips and tricks and techniques to make it really successful, but for what this is, which is literally like a ball with like 4 cylinders attached to it, I don't think you need to be the most like technically skilled person in the world. So stab. Looking pretty good. There's some you can see there's like patches, and I ran out of that original teal color, so I'm kind of looking in my collection, trying to figure out what I could maybe mix in there that would still look beautiful. And you can see the little square right there. That was my color inspiration. So I just pulled out like a lighter teal and kind of wrapped that around, made it look intentional. Looks more organic that way, maybe. And then I was just comparing like how squishy they were, and they're squishy. Just cleaning up the leg shape again. And then right here, I was gonna give him spots like a cow. But as I was putting it on, I was like, that looks literally like a mouth. That is the mouth. So that's the mouth. That's his mouth. For finer details, you can use a single felting needle, which is what I did to just really tack down the edges. And if you stab it a whole bunch, you can see it kind of like insets into the wool, and it just looks really beautiful and cool. Shaping the legs again. That probably was the most time-consuming aspect. I'm thinking I want to give it a face. I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to use black, but I wasn't loving the blue or the purple. So I decided to mix them together. You can mix the colors of the fibers. There are better, different ways to do this, but I will literally just like tear it apart with my fingers, which you can see me doing here. A hat. Kind of looks like it's giving me Among Us vibes right now, but just a little bit. So anyway, to make the details, you get a really tiny piece, and you just it attaches, it adheres because the needle it's like joining the fibers basically, because the needles have these tiny barbs on them. So I gave him some eyeballs. Stabbed in the eye. Over and over and over. I had to go back and fix the other eyeball because this one ended up being like way bigger, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Easy fix. I gave him a little mouth outline. It seems hard to do the tiny details, but those are actually, they're almost easier, I think. It's really easy to control where it goes, and if you keep stabbing it, the line gets like thinner and thinner. And that's how he looks right now. He's so cute. I like to like pre-shape it, so I decided to give him little fangs. And you can totally use scissors. As I'm doing, I'm just, instead of stabbing all that extra down into his mouth, which could end up kind of deforming things, I just cut the extra off. Did that for the other tooth. I'm deciding, like, he needs eyebrows. He needs something else. He's kind of, so I thought maybe a mohawk, and which I did do, and then the footage was lost. So here you go. This is after a couple more needle felting sessions, and I gave him little claws and little pads on the bottom of his feet. I just thought those details just made it seem a lot more intentional because the design is so simple. And this, adding the pads, actually I'm on the third one. I kind of figured out a technique that I really liked that I thought actually could use this to like make little like rosettes on a character. I need to make 2 more of these. This is intended to be a Christmas present. So, oh, he's so angry. Real professional needle felters can get their objects to look so smooth. Like mine has little hairs sticking everywhere, and you can see the indents of the needle. So I bought this like, it's like a D-pillar. It has a little blade and a little fan, and I just like shaved him down until he was more smooth. It looks better. I think you can add water, and I don't know. This isn't meant to be like a how-to, but here he is. He's really cute, and I love him. So, here he is, my finished needle felted guy. This is about the size he is. He stands on his own, mostly, and he's just like really cute. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Oh, Potatoe. Here he is. doesn't really like being held. Oh, look. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I miss all of my former students very much. And maybe someday I'll come back and substitute teach, and maybe someday I'll even become a teacher again. Who knows? Anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, okay, bye.
Spaghetti, he's so spaghetti. Spaghetti, spaghetti.